Your relationship should not become your entire identity. Those goals that existed before she came into your life, those goals still need to be completed. She came into that relationship thinking that you was him, but then you got comfortable. There's always somebody out there waiting to take your spot. The women who are gonna be most attracted to you will often be the women that's inspired by watching you. I stopped grinding, I became lazy, I started slacking on my discipline, and I watched her attraction for me go down. Women are gonna do what women wanna do regardless. You need to become the man that your woman look at you and thinks, I can't afford to fuck this up. What's going on, fellas? Highly requested topic right here. We're not gonna waste no time. We're gonna go ahead and get into it. Fellas, most men begin to lose themselves when they get into a relationship, right? They lose themselves when they start dating. This is a disclaimer. The reason that men lose themselves have nothing to do with the women. Let's get that out the way. This is not a hate women video or anything like that. The reason that men fall off once they begin dating has nothing to do with the women. It's 100% on the men, right? So the first thing you guys need to do is take responsibility. I've seen guys, when they begin dating, they stop going to the gym, they stop taking care of their appearance, they stop chasing their goals, they become overly available, overly emotional. They start to get too comfortable. But it's like, bro, when you first met her, you was sharp. You was on your shit. You was getting haircuts twice a month. You was always smelling good, had on the best colognes. You stayed in shape, right? You was doing your cardio, you was in the gym, you was eating right, you was handling your business. You was that nigga. You had the confidence, the momentum. You had your goals, you had your life outside of her. But once you got comfortable, once you start getting them back rubs, once you start getting that two-hand twist, once you started getting that affection, you slowly started to make her the center of your world. You started skipping workouts to spend time with her. You started staying on the phone with her all night, every night. You start neglecting your purpose because you got a beautiful woman, right? You feel like you won. But getting the women is not the finish line, fellas. That's actually the easy part. Right? That's actually the easy part. The real test is, can you maintain that relationship without losing your discipline, your standards, your identity, all the shit that you've been doing that got you here, right, to this point. Can you maintain that shit with this extra addition to your life now? Today I want to break down the top 3 mistakes that men make while dating. And mistake number 1 is the mistake that causes everything else to fall apart. Let's go ahead and jump right into it, fellas. Number 1, we're gonna start off hot, losing focus. Fellas, the moment that you put a woman over your grind, over your purpose, you risk losing both. If you think about it, if you put your purpose and your grind first and she doesn't agree with it, you just lose the woman, which is fine, because if you're on your purpose and your grind, you're gonna get another woman. Like that's nothing. But if you put your grind and your purpose on the back burner and you put her on a pedestal over your grind and your purpose, and then she leaves, now you haven't worked on yourself as a man, you haven't worked on or found your purpose, and you lost the girl. So you end up losing both. And fellas, understand, I'm not saying that you shouldn't love your woman, right? That's another disclaimer. I want to get that out the way. I'm not saying don't love your girl. I'm not saying you shouldn't spend time with her, do the fun things with her, build memories, go on dates, communicate, make her feel appreciated. I'm not saying don't do none of those things, fellas. All I'm saying to you is, your relationship should not become your entire identity. You still need a mission. You still need something that you're building. Those goals that existed before she came into your life, those goals still need to be completed, because the qualities that attracted her to you in the beginning were probably the same qualities that came from you being focused. Your confidence, right, came from accomplishing things. Your body, that came from you hitting the gym. Your money, that came from you working, saving, grinding. Right? Your discipline, that came from you doing what needed to be done, even when you ain't feel like doing it. She came into that relationship thinking that you was him, but then you got comfortable. Fellas, and I think this is a perfect opportunity to insert a little fact about hypergamy, because this is where hypergamy becomes important. Hypergamy is comparative. See, a lot of you guys get comfortable because you forget that you still have competition. I tell you guys all the time, there's always somebody out there waiting to take your spot. Somebody wants your job position. Somebody wants your YouTube channel. Somebody wants your business. Somebody wants to drive that car. And just like everything else, somebody wants your shorty. And the way women work, fellas, they're always looking. A man is not always being evaluated in isolation. He's being evaluated against the alternatives around him. She's comparing her current boyfriend to her potential boyfriend. Her current lifestyle versus a better lifestyle. Your current status versus a higher status. The question isn't always, is he a good man? The question can become, is he still the best man that I can get? And fellas, it can get easy to get comfortable once you have consistent access to a woman. You got a beautiful woman that you're waking up to every morning, sleeping in your bed, y'all sharing beautiful memories together. You have access to intimacy. Y'all be laid up watching movies, going on a date, and it all feels good. I know. Trust me, I know it feels good. But comfort becomes dangerous once it makes you stop doing the things that you were doing that made you attractive in the first place. You start missing the gym. You stop dressing as sharp as you were before. You stop handling your business. You get lazy, right? You start putting shit off to tomorrow or the next day. You start staying up all night on FaceTime. You spending all your free time giving her attention. And then you're gonna wake up one day and realize that you haven't made any progress in months. And typically, fellas, you typically realize this once she leaves, right? And you get to spend time to yourself and reflect. And then you're like, what have I accomplished these past couple months? Or even worse, these past couple of years? Fellas, I'm not telling you shit that I read on an Instagram post. I'm telling you this because I know, because I've done it. I used to be completely locked in. But as soon as I meet a woman, right, I'll fall off. I'll stay on the phone all night. I'll miss workouts because I'll wake up extra tired, losing sleep, losing motivation, moving some of my responsibilities around just so I could see her. And over time, I stopped becoming the disciplined man that she initially met in the first place. And that's how a lot of men lose their women. All these dating coaches and these gurus always tell you guys how to get women, how to get her number, how to text her, how to get her attention. But the real game, fellas, is knowing how to keep her. How do you continue being a better man once you get the woman? How do you continue progressing once you get access to the comfort that you've always wanted? Because a woman might say she wants a man that calls her every day, all day. They might say they want you constantly underneath them. They might say they want unlimited attention. And maybe they're right? That may be the move in the beginning. When you guys are getting to know each other, that may be good in the beginning. But after a while, she gonna start wondering, like, what does this man actually do all day? Why does this man have so much free time on his hands? Does he have nothing else more important going on? A woman might enjoy your attention, fellas, but she's not gonna respect you more if you abandon your purpose to give it to her. And then even on top of that, fellas, like, imagine the things that you wanna give your girl, your wife, you know, how you want to provide for her. For all these things that you want to do for her, you're going to need your focus. You're definitely going to need your focus if you want to create that certain lifestyle. You need focus to become financially stable. You need focus to protect her. You need focus to lead her. You need focus to make good decisions, good, smart decisions for the both of you. You cannot do these things if you're constantly being soft and distracted. Fellas, back to my point of competition. There's always a man that's working, fellas. There's always another man in the gym. There's always another man staying on top of his appearance. There's always another man improving his finances, right? There's another man starting his 90-day money run right now. It's another man becoming more confident, more disciplined, more successful. Never stop taking yourself seriously, fellas, just because you're in a relationship. I'm gonna give you free game, fellas. It's free game. The women who are going to be most attracted to you will often be the women that's inspired by watching you. They'll see your discipline. They'll get motivated by you. They'll see your disciplined lifestyle and they'll want to learn from you. They'll sit back and watch you do the difficult thing that most men out there continually make excuses for. Fellas, I've been in relationships when I stopped taking my fitness serious. I stopped grinding. I became lazy. I started slacking on my discipline and I watched her attraction for me go down. That's before I got on my purpose. But since I've been on my purpose, the number one thing that women say is attractive about me It's not my clothes. It's not where I live. It's not what I drive. It's not how much money I make. It's my discipline and my lifestyle. I tell you guys, women come in my apartment and they say, I didn't even know you were just organized. They look at my whiteboard, they say, oh, I didn't even know you were this disciplined. They'll look at my vision board and they'll act like they just walked inside of a museum, like they've never seen a vision board before. And the thing is, every man that's living and breathing can do the same thing that I'm doing, but 9 out of 10 men won't. A lot of men are lazy. A lot of men are undisciplined. A lot of men are weak when it comes to denying themselves pleasure. So when you actually remain focused and become consistent and continue building yourself, you become a rare breed. So fellas, when you get in a relationship, if you're in a relationship, the best thing I could tell you is don't get softer, get sharper. Let's get to the second mistake. The second mistake a lot of men make is over communicating. Fellas, to keep things exciting, right? To keep her attraction to you, you gotta maintain some type of mystery about you. And just to be clear, fellas, mystery isn't playing childish game. It doesn't mean purposely ignore her for 3 days. It doesn't mean act cold with her and act like that you don't care. Mystery simply means you have a life outside of the relationship. You have work to do, you have goals, you have hobbies, you have responsibilities. You don't need to report every thought, every emotion, every event that goes on throughout your day to her. Some of y'all meet a chick and y'all start texting her immediately, right? From the time y'all wake up to the time y'all go to sleep. Good morning. What you doing? What'd you eat for lunch? What you doing now? Fellas, you gotta relax. You start doing this every day, then y'all start becoming predictable. When you do text her, keep it short, sweet, and simple. Set up a date and then confirm the date on that day. Everything that you're gonna talk about on the date when you see her in person. All that texting and stuff, you're doing too much talking. Real chemistry is gonna be built through real interaction. It's harder to build genuine attraction through text messages back and forth all day. And this is another thing, fellas, stop double texting if she hasn't responded. Once you type the message and you send it, and it says delivered, she received it. Leave it alone. A lot of y'all keep falling for that, oh, I didn't see a text message finesse. Bro, she seen your text message. Now, she might have been busy. She may not have felt like responding at the moment, but she definitely saw your text message. And you trying to double down on it or send multiple messages after that isn't gonna help you anyway. Make sure y'all have enough going on in your life that you're not sitting there staring at your phone waiting for a reply. Go to the gym. Do some extra work, go make some money, go handle some responsibility. All that double, triple, quadruple texting, we not doing that, fellas. Let's go ahead and get to number 3, setting boundaries. A lot of men try to tell their women what to wear, where she can go, who she can hang around, what she can post on her social media. And I understand, fellas, you know what I'm saying? I used to be the same way. Right? But fellas, you gotta understand, right? You gotta let women make their own decisions so you can see what she'll naturally rather do. And then once you see the choices that she makes, then you move accordingly. Because fellas, we not here to control no grown ass women. I need to observe her. I need to see her values. I need to see her judgment. I need to see how she moves when I'm not forcing her to behave in a certain way. And understand, fellas, this has nothing to do with control. Right? This has nothing to do with control. Setting your boundaries is something totally different. Control is saying, you're not allowed here. You can't wear this. You're not allowed to do that. A boundary is saying, you're free to make whatever decision you want, but I'm also free to decide what behavior I'll accept into my life. Fellas, we're not arguing for hours trying to convince or force anybody to respect us. You don't need to keep giving the same speech that you gave last week over the same situation. You don't need to explain your same boundary 10 different ways. State your standards clearly and then watch her action and then make your decision. Because fellas, no matter how many times you say it, it don't matter what you say, it don't matter how it make you feel, it don't matter. Women are gonna do what women wanna do regardless. Your responsibility is to determine whether the woman in front of you is compatible with the life that you're building. But also, fellas, if every woman that you're talking to, if every woman that you're dating is disrespecting you, you might have to look yourself in the mirror and do some self-reflecting. How are you carrying yourself? Are you standing on your principles, your morals? Do your actions match your word? Are you respecting your own boundaries? You can't expect other people to respect boundaries that you aren't respecting yourself. You need to become the man that your woman look at you and thinks, I can't afford to fuck this up. Because your presence brings so much value to her life. Your discipline, you're dependable, you have principles, you're a provider, you handle your responsibilities, you make good decisions, and you're continuously progressing. You'll be difficult to replace because you're continuously putting in the work to become a better man. So fellas, work on yourself. Right? Put in the work, become higher value. And I'm not talking about just money, fellas. You need to become high value physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and financially. Become a man with discipline, standards, and direction. Because when you focus on becoming him, women are a byproduct of the life that you're building. So fellas, if you want to work with me one-on-one in the trenches, if you need help getting your focus back after losing yourself in a relationship, if you need help building your discipline, getting back in the gym, improving your finances, and locking back in on your purpose, or even if you need help creating stronger standard and actually becoming a man who stands on his boundaries, then click the link in the description below. Book a call and we'll see if you're a good fit. Also fellas, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on all social platforms. I'm gonna leave them in the description below as well. And just like always, fellas, it's time to perform.